it up. They have a Pizzagate. It's like Reddit. Vote is like Reddit, and they have like their own subreddit sort of thing for Vote, where it's a Pizzagate one. I posted it to that, blew up. I mean, hundreds of upvotes on it. Tons of comments on it. I posted to Reddit in the conspiracy section. 410 upvotes to this day, to this minute. There's still 410 upvotes on there. For the first 2 to 3 hours of this going online, as the video was rocketing into stardom, every comment I got on it, every single one was positive. All of them. I'm not. Look at this. I've actually got examples of comments we got on this. Let me show this to the folks out there. So here's some Reddit comments. This is the type of investigative reporting that needs to be done. This will force the government, FBI, to do their job if this type of stuff keeps getting posted. You're the man, bro. You're a great role model to us all. We all need to do this. They're not being facetious, by the way. I got called brave and a patriot so many times. They're totally serious. You got big balls, kiddo. Good work, men. That's from Vote. Let me see if I've got the other ones here. I've got other.
We're men. We're men.
Oh,
now.
Here we go. Wow, guys, I think you broke the case open. Someone says. Can you believe this shit? Need more foot soldiers like this guy. Travel in groups. Somebody says that's insane. And then, of course, the most insane one of all, the actual Roseanne Barr tweeted, "You all are brave," when I sent her the video. She wanted to see this video so badly. And she believes, David, that you and I are very brave little boys. Our good friend, Roseanne Barr.
Friend to PODAWFUL.
In fact, let's take a look at the YouTube comments for a second, see if there's anything good in those. I don't know how long we're going on this episode, but it's worth it, I think. Guys, it's definitely worth it. You're going to want to stick around for the video I'm going to show you in just a bit. But let's hang out. Let's have some fun on this one. Fuck the time. I usually try to make it an hour, but fuck it. Somebody did on the video say, at 2:02, are you eating pizza that you purchased from Vesta? So they're already calling you out on your shit, David.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
But you got to watch the other video to see. I'm not going to give away.
So somebody says that triangle inside another triangle is a universal pedo symbol for boy love. We've got a call. Let's take this call from, ladies and gentlemen, Chewy. What's up,
Hi, Jesse.
Chewy? Hey, Chewy.
What's up, boy?
What's going on?
Not a lot. I just wanted to ask how the pizza was.
Dude, don't answer. Don't tell him. Don't tell him, David. Chewy, that's a great question. That question is answered in a little segment I like to call David's Food Review, which is in the dead middle of our Pizzagate investigation in the video that will be released tomorrow. It's a great question. I wish I could answer it for you, Chewy, but that is a spoiler, so I can't.
Oh, bummer.
Sorry about that, buddy. Yeah. I mean, David, was it edible? It was pizza.
Oh, it was edible.
It was pizza.
It was edible.
It did. I will say this. It seemed like they didn't usually have to make pizzas. It seemed
like maybe their main source of income was not
pizza.
Wasn't making pizza.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something, and my brother's really good friend had a restaurant, and I've had a few friends who've had restaurants. And when you try to keep your customers, you do a good job.
That's true. Number one.
And you put in, like, you be like, oh, this is a new customer. Like, you come in, you're like, hey, you live in the neighborhood. Like, how did you hear of us? Even though all of the shit's going on, that's what he should have been doing.
413 upvotes on Reddit for our Pizzagate video. Just incoming news. We got 3 more upvotes.
And they didn't give 2 shits that we was in there.
Yeah, they didn't care at all about us.
Yeah, and
somebody on YouTube says, absolute madman, may God protect you. Another person says, one of the best pizza proof I've seen yet. Weird stuff, just keep safe, guys.
Yes, keep safe in New York.
Someone did point out, and Jesse's Patreon is called the Pizza Fund. Suspicious indeed. Which I think is pretty good.
You know what? We might be part of it since we're funded.
Well, that's what they're going to say. They're going to say we're shills. Yeah. My favorite thing that happened in all of this, and Chewy, I think maybe you'd agree with this, is we have been added to a legitimate conspiracy theory what do they call those things, Chewy?
Can you get my face
Are you talking about that wiki?
Well, that too. Yes, we got added to a conspiracy theory wiki as
Why?
heroes. As heroes,
We're
a guy told
heroes?
me we are heroes and added us to a wiki. No, infographic is the word I'm looking for. Infographic. I gotta show people this infographic. It is so funny.
Yo, son, I'm a hero?
We're heroes. Let me throw this up on the big board so people can see this.
Is our names on it?
Man, this is huge. It's loading. So conspiracy guys, they make these infographics so it's easy to understand the whole conspiracy because it's all bullshit and it makes no goddamn sense. So they try to make some way for a casual person to understand it. So look, this is a still from our video in their infographic showing Best of Pizza. That's their proof that they've got a basement now. We're now the proof that they have a basement.
Facts.
Then take a look at this. As you scroll, so there's a lot of stuff about it. There's a whole bunch of stuff. They're showing maps. They're showing tunnel systems. They're showing other businesses in the area. And then take a look at the very bottom. That's me walking through the tunnels. It's me in the tunnels.
Oh my God.
Why are you covering for a potential sex child trafficking ring? They say that is all footage from my video in the tunnels. Oh, and that's the hatch. We can't see it here. They posted a picture. It says, or that there are tunnels within 800 feet of Comet confirmed in Connecticut Avenue, or that there's a strange hatch located behind Comet Ping Pong's car park. Guys, hashtag the hatch. Hashtag the hatch.
Oh,
it's happening. We do need somebody to explore the hatch. Yeah, Chewy, I mean, how amazing is that we have been added to the ranks of some of the, Alex Jones, InfoWars level stuff.
Yeah, well, I think you guys busted the case wide open.
We busted it wide open. Here's the image of the wiki. It's a conspiracy wiki that we got added to. The Pizzagate Review, it's called. And notable cases spreading Pizzagate, it says PODAWFUL TV. And then
hell yeah.
This is so insane. And then there's another one. You got to see the other part of this too. It's definitely worth it. It says calls for action and vigilance, and it says they're talking about the bounty that was posted by Sam Hyde, and then underneath that it says update: the existence of the tunnels that connected the allegedly covert pedo facilities is confirmed. We confirmed it with our video. The prize has not yet been claimed, and then they posted a link to our video. I mean, just amazing stuff. I'm very proud of this. Very proud.
If we do win, they should just.
No, we can't win, and you know we can't.
I know we can't win, but I say if they wanted to give it to us, donate it to the kids.
Yeah, we gotta save these kids. I mean, poor Tycho and Penny are dead. Hashtag the hatch. They're saying in the chat room. Chewy in the control room. They're saying, yeah. Chewy's in the control room right now. Thank you, Chewy, for manning the controls while we're working.
No
on
problem.
All this.
Anything for a couple of heroes like you.
Thank you very much. We're very brave men. We're very brave
so
heroes. Thank you for
Chewy,
your
thank you
service.
so much.
Of course, you're a madman as well, an absolute madman. So I don't even know where to go with this. There's so many different moving fucking pieces of this. I don't even know what else to talk about. Chewy, did you hear that we're being sued?
I saw something briefly about that.
Yeah. Wesearchr is not happy about our fooling them.
Wait a second.
What?
We're being sued?
Yeah, we're being sued. I don't know what you're doing.
What's their case? Like, what are they accusing you of? Just not telling the truth?
Well, here's what happened. We got debunked.
We got got.
We got got. Hashtag we got got. Hashtag we got debunked.
I read that article. That was pretty fucking stupid.
Isn't this amazing? So, gotnews.com, which they don't say right away, but they are connected to Wesearchr, as you can see in the corner here. They're both by the same guy. This fucking lame-o Charles C something, Charles Nelson Riley. I don't remember his name. He's like a door. Like, I mean, he's fine. I've seen him a million times on like the Gavin McInnes show and stuff. He's trying to be like the next Julian Assange. Let me say this. Let me just start by saying this. I plan to say this the whole time. Like, my whole plan has been this. The only people that did not immediately fall for this shit, and my hats are off to them, are Wesearchr, whoever the people are behind that, this Charles guy or Chuck or whatever. Charles C. Johnson, that's his name. Chuck and Sam Hyde. Neither one of them fell for it. And kudos, because my whole point was to find out who are the people falling for this stuff. And I would have been real upset if Sam Hyde fell for this sort of thing. I'm a fan of Sam's. I'd love to have him on the show sometime. Yeah, I hope he's not too mad that we goofed the floof on this one. But I would be real upset if it turned out he would just believe anything. And I should have known. Obviously, he didn't. He's a smart guy. He's not like the other people out there. But anyway, we got debunked. And this website, gotnews.com, says debunked the viral @PodAwful. By the way, that's official. We're officially viral. They say it. That's not me saying it. That's them. @PodAwful #Pizzagate video supposedly showing the #Pizzagate tunnels is a total hoax in all caps. And then they show our tweets here. They posted the video. And this guy... This guy went through frame by frame. By the way, somebody pointed this out to me. Why are they watermarking images from our fucking video?
They went through all the trouble of pressing print screen.
Yes, they did.
That's a conspiracy.
Just so we're clear, Got News and Charles C. Johnson, these are my fucking images. Fuck you. Charles C. Johnson wants me to apologize for submitting this video to Wesearchr. That's what he wants me to do. My hat's off to you in being a legitimate company, because that was the test here. That's why I sent it in. My hat's off to you for being a legitimate company. You passed the test. Now move on. Because I'm not apologizing for doing this. No one has ever heard of your website until this thing happened. This is like the biggest thing.
That's why they're doing this.
Exactly. All I'm doing is helping spread Wesearchr, and I don't like that as an excuse. Like I've heard people do that before, like when they steal copyright material, they go, "Well, all we did was make you bigger." That's not my point. It is true, and by the way, we did pay $1 to submit it. So what are your damages for us submitting our hoax video, our prank video, our obviously fake video by known satirists PodAwful TV? What are your damages? Are your damages none and also you got $1? Yes, they are.
Like you won. Your damages are you got $1.
Yeah, so here you are stealing our images and watermarking them, so I guess we're even.
Stevens.
And then the guy goes out to prove that this was not real. So he's got the actual daylight images of it being a parking garage. He's got it on Google Maps here. The whole thing. Look, we had to hide these signs that say Resident 42 and stuff. We had to hide those so meticulously in the video. Here he is showing the garbage out back that we said was furniture inside the tunnels.
They still got the garbage there? That's nasty.
Yeah, it is nasty.
They still got the garbage.
We weren't lying when we said it was all slime covered and gross. They say, I don't know why PodAwful thought they could fake a #Pizzagate video and get away with it. The absolute madmen, they're getting away with it again. And even try to defraud Wesearchr, Sam Hyde, and 20 individual contributors who crowdfunded $26.25 for a reward. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for 20 people.
I'm sorry, it ain't.
People?
Well, most of that was put up by Sam, I believe.
Oh, okay.
But it ain't attempting to defraud you if you know going into submitting it that there's no way they'll ever accept it.
Yeah, we're gonna win.
And not only that, but you never even accepted the post anyway. It's still in the goddamn drafts folder on Wesearchr. I had to contact them over and over again about that shit. Anyway, they say for evidence of actual pedo tunnels, but maybe they'll think twice about it in the future.
So they might be actually taking people's dollars, not watching no damn video.
That was why I did it.
Yeah, and not watching people's videos and just getting the $1. But once they saw yours went viral, then they had to watch it.
Absolutely.
That sounds like fraud. Someone should sue them.
Yeah, exactly. I absolutely forced the issue. So the whole reason I submitted it to them was, one, to see if they're a legit website, and two, to try to get the viral status on the video, to try to get it shared. When I realized it wasn't going to happen, I released the video myself after saying specifically that I would not release the video until it was in the quote-unquote right hands. Which, what does that even mean? So obviously the whole thing's a fucking joke. All we do is jokes on this show.
Yeah.
That's all we do. We're known satirists. They even when I posted it, when I posted on Vote, one guy even made a separate post to say PODAWFUL TV are known satirists. I'm quoting another guy. I'm not saying that shit about myself. So Wesearchr, I'm assuming it's Chuck himself contacting me, but Wesearchr on Twitter sent me DMs. And he says, and this is after we had DM'd for a while back and forth about the where to find this and if my thing is going through. He sends me a link to the debunk, and he says, you'll have to try scamming us harder next time. If you're
gotcha.
Yeah, got me. If you're trying to take somebody to court over something, you don't say a gotcha like that, right? So I think I'm making him mad because I responded. I said, ha 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 ha, thank God. We're doing the reveal tonight, so this is great. Enjoy your $1. You know? He says, oh, really? Would the it's all just a joke argument hold up in court? Yeah, I think so, right? Well, that would probably hold up in court.
Yeah, there's precedent for that for sure. That would.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that parody is held up in court. That's not what these DMs say. These DMs say you intentionally violated our user agreement in order to get money out of us. I ain't read no user agreement, and you fucking know that shit. You ever read iTunes user agreements?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody. I said, no, I gave you money and have the follow-up video ready to prove my point. I have no idea what your site even is and never heard of it before.
I like how you like, motherfucker, I don't know you.
Yeah. Yeah, you know me. I don't know you. What are you gonna say,
I don't think it's illegal to violate a user agreement, is it?
I mean, I guess it's a contract. I don't know. But the user agreement itself and law says that if any parts of the user agreement happen to go against law, then it's invalid. Anyway, so I said, no, I gave you money and have the follow-up video ready to prove my point. I have no idea what your new blah, blah, blah. I basically gave to charity while testing to see if you guys even check sources at all. Glad to see you do. Feel free to call into my show tonight live while we do the reveal. By the way, 480-38-AWFUL, Skype name PODAWFUL, if Wesearchr or Chuck or anyone's out there wants to call in.
Hey, you know what? I have something to say. We violated they are violating because being a vigilante or like going like exploring and trespassing.
No. The thing said not to do anything illegal, and that's why we didn't do anything illegal.
Yeah, exactly. So we didn't.
No, it said in there. It's no.
Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see that. Okay.
He says playing dumb isn't going to help you. Our user agreement is clear. Yeah, we are. Well, we are dumb. We're not playing.
I'm dumb.
We're not playing at all here. Playing dumb isn't going to help you. Our user agreement is clear about fraudulent submissions, especially knowingly fraudulent ones. We suggest you publicly apologize before we decide if your attempt to defraud us is actionable. And then he sends me a link to the user agreement. I said, at no point in these messages do I demand the reward. And I even say I understand not receiving it because I didn't follow the rules of the bounty. I'm a known satirist, and you did not accept my submission. It didn't even get moved from drafts. Your user agreement is meaningless. You incurred no damages and actually received money. On top of that, I assisted with showing you how to disprove my own video, and that's true. He wanted to know if he could send somebody else out there to see if my claims were true, and I gave him the Google Map pin to do it. So I helped him disprove me. Is that somebody trying to defraud you? Yeah. What did I think, that he'd show up there and suddenly tunnels would be there? Shit don't make no sense at all. So
you can just watch the video. You don't have to go and fucking investigate to see that it's just a parking garage.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, did any of our listeners believe that it was real? I wonder if any one of our people thought it was real.
Yeah, if you guys,
because I didn't like go behind the scenes and say to you guys, "This is fake. We're doing a thing." I kept it legit all the way through, as far as I could, except for the obviously glaring errors in it. So yeah, please call in if you believed it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're asking a good question in the chat room. Charles C. Johnson, what are your crimes? What are your crimes? What are your crimes? All right. So let's see. They what did I say? I said I won't apologize for testing some website out. Admission is all you will get. I will, however, congratulate you on actually not being nut jobs and bothering to get confirmation, as I had already planned to do. I also spoke directly to Sam Hyde, who told me if I could get him the full footage, he would pay the reward directly, and turned him down as well. You keep researching, I'll keep pranking. Thanks. Okay, cool. Peace. He sent me the terms of agreement again, and he said he quoted it by saying, "By using our services in any way, you agreed not to contribute any content that is, quote, incorrect, misleading, or deceptive." Should we hear these? Was the video in any way incorrect, misleading, or deceptive?
A little bit, but fuck them. Who cares?
A little bit, but not to the point where you wouldn't go, "Oh, this ain't real." I think that's...
No, at no point would I want to give you $2,600 for that video. But...
For real.
So he says, you provided further defense of your submission to us here privately. No, I provided evidence to the contrary to you. Literally, I sent him the pin to show him it's a parking garage. That's what I literally sent him. Blah, blah, I don't know. He says a bunch of stupid shit.
Yeah, because we could have been faking and be like, no, you have to go in through the pediatrics. And,
right. I could have told him all of that.
Like, yeah, it's like,
no,
that would have been lying.
I said multiple times, you know what, fine, somebody else can get the reward. He says, you had a chance to speak with us over the phone. Yeah, he asked me for my phone number at one point. I just didn't respond anymore.
And
that was before he sent a guy out. So why would you send the guy out if you don't get me? If I never respond again, wouldn't that make you go...
Because they probably have agents all over the country.
See, this is a guy who's like trying to take himself so seriously as a journalist that he thinks like, well, I have to send somebody out even though somebody submitted obviously fake shit to me. That's what we journalists do. It's like, well, bitch, that's your fucking problem. I don't have any part.
I was in my bed.
What you do after I submit that is up to you, dog. That ain't me. I gave you every bit of evidence to show you not to go there, basically. He says, therefore, saving us time and money investigating your claims, but you did not. You wasted
time and money.
You wasted our time and money, forcing us to investigate your claim. I forced them to investigate my claims. Submitted to our site. Those are called damages, he says.
They're going to sue us.
Yeah, and defended by yourself here privately with a verified business account. I don't know what the fuck he means by that. I don't have a verified business account. I have no idea.
PODAWFUL is a verified
No,
business.
We're not.
We're not an LLC?
No, I don't have a verified account. I have no idea what he's talking about. He says, in what appears to be a blatant attempt to scam our funders out of money, now you claim it's just a joke. Very funny. Newsflash, Johnson. Anybody who gets that money just scammed your users out of money. Yep. There ain't no tunnels, retard.
That we know of.
He says, your account has been banned. We suggest you publicly apologize. He really wants that apology. And by the way, am I wrong in thinking that giving the idea to me that if I apologize, I don't have to go to court over this, doesn't that then void the use of the user agreement? The terms of service? Yeah. If he can just turn it all over by saying, well, if you say sorry, then none of this applies anymore, then bitch, none of it applies anymore. All right, how about this? You say sorry to me, or else I'm going to keep saying it's a hoax, or I'm going to keep saying it's real. Oh, you won't say sorry to me? Well, now the terms of service are invalid.
But you never said anything was fake. It's just a video.
It's just a video.
You judged the video.
It's an obvious comedy video on our comedy channel. I didn't even put it on a different channel.
Yeah, so that's
click.
Just dumb.
One click would have told you everything you need to know.
First off, once our video starts playing, you scroll up, and you'll see all the videos, boobs against Jesus.
All of it.
And you're like, this is weird. Yeah, wouldn't you think that?
Every single video on our channel is a comedy video.
Yeah.
Except this one.
Exactly.
Every single one.
So that would be your first.
So I said to him, you personally investigated my claims or paid someone to? And then I posted a picture where it shows that to this day, my submission is still in answer drafts on their website. So I have a screenshot for proof.
I don't know how they confirmed it because they probably just watched it on YouTube and didn't even watch it in their system.
Right. Then I screenshotted our conversation from earlier, and I haven't read this to you yet, but earlier he said, your video is great except for the fact it doesn't satisfy the most important requirement to prove it's legit. Okay, then we're done. Yeah, then he says, if you are legit, you have 3 days left to satisfy the requirement and collect the money. I told him, by the way, the bounty is still good for another like 6 hours or something. And I didn't do that. So what's the problem? I said, I traveled down from NYC to D.C. to shoot it. I can't just go back. I guess someone else can pick up from there and try to claim it then. Oh, well. So I immediately, abdicate this onto somebody else and say, this is no longer my duty. If somebody else wants to get the prize, I don't care about the money. So that's obviously what I'm saying here. And then he says, if you're legit, you can figure out how to get that footage. You don't sound too motivated to do it. And I said, well, I guess I could drop what I'm doing and drive 5 hours back to D.C. to get it after having just received a ticket the last time I went for something that I have no intention to pay, but I don't think I will. The post said, don't film anything illegal, so we didn't. That's all I got. Good luck. So I told him, and that doesn't even include all the times I told him this, but I told him 3 separate times that I don't want the money, let somebody else do it. And then when he kept pressuring me for it, I sent him a pin that put you right where the parking garage is. And he said, no, that's not what I'm looking for. I don't care. I don't want the money. I mean, how many times do I have to fucking tell you?
I think we need a refund.
Now, the irony of this, David, the irony of this is that you and I have appeared on the same show that this guy, Chuck C. Johnson, has been on before. I said to him, anyway, good luck. Am I speaking directly to Chuck? We've both been on Gavin McInnes's show before. So that's true. Chuck is a repeat guest on Gavin McInnes' show. In fact, I think he guest hosted it the same week that we were on it. Now that I think about it, Gavin had guest hosts for a week. So the week that Red Bar Radio guest hosted, you and I were on it. Chuck here guest hosted it, I think, the day before. How funny is that? So this guy, the day before, was in the same studio as us. I said, I was on there with my partner from the video to pretend that he was Dante Nero and I was his handler. You know, a guy who doesn't exist. We are full of these fun little pranks, I guess. And that's where the conversation ends. He hasn't said anything else. I'm sure he's going to try to seek full legal action. He's the type of guy. You know, he's not Jewish, but he's Charles C. Johnson. If you catch my drift. So I do think he is going to seek damages. So now I'm in legal hot water twice over.
Not again.
Because I do have this ticket here. Now this ticket's a fun story. Should we tell the ticket thing?
A ticket story? Yeah.
Do you want to hear the ticket thing? Is that interesting?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the deal. We were in standstill traffic. We decided to stop in Philadelphia on the way back because I wanted a real Philly cheesesteak. And I've never had one before. It was not good. Here's David's food review corner.
Horrible. I could have made it myself.
Yeah.
I was like expecting.
Did you kick the camera?
Not that I know.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Well, all I know is that I could have made a better goddamn sandwich than that. That shit was.
Yeah, it was
horrid.
not good. We got it from Gino's, right? Yeah, Gino's, the famous Philadelphia cheesesteak place. But anyway, not good. We get all the way back to New York. It was the longest ride ever. We had to make 3 stops so I wouldn't fall asleep while driving. I was so fucking tired after all this shit.
And I'm a good driver.
David manages to get us. David manages to get us going the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
And it's okay. I know you're actually pretty upset with yourself over that. I'm joking. I didn't really mind. That was a legit mistake. He put the wrong address into the GPS. But David the whole time was basically holding his phone and my phone, and we were using my phone as the GPS, and it was playing through the speakers. We were sitting in a dead standstill, bumper to bumper traffic jam on an exit from the bridge. We're 12 minutes from home, finally, and all of a sudden, whoop, 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 and I got to pull over, and this cop gets out, and he comes up to the window, and he goes,
the
fastest thing ever.
Fastest speaker I think I've ever heard in my life.
Even faster than Fran Capo. He says, your phone out and a license? And I go, I'm so tired. And I just go, what? I didn't mean to say it that way. I'm sure I didn't help things by doing that. But I was so fucking tired. I had no idea what he said. And he goes, you had your cell phone out while driving. Let me get your license. And so I hand him the license. He goes back. Now I'm driving what is not my car with a license from Virginia where I haven't lived in 7 years. In my head,
Plus you got a black dude in the car.
Plus I got a black dude in the car. Now in my head, I go, I ain't ever paying this ticket. They'll never find me. There's no way. The license plate does not trace back to me. The ID does not trace back to my current location. If they took away my I guess they could suspend my license. If they did that, oh shucks, I live in New York City and I never leave my basement. So in my mind, I'm just never going to fucking pay this thing. And I kind of want to hear from you guys about this too. Do you think I should? Do you think I should A, fight it and get the story out of that? Because at least I'll have something to tell on the podcast. Should I A, fight it? B, not pay for it all and hope it all goes away? And, you know, it's got like a 50-50 chance of doing that, I think. Or C, possibly incur damages and maybe even go to jail over it. Which, you know, a night in jail, there's a story too.
How does it work in New York? Do you ever have to renew your license, or will that show up when you go to register a vehicle one day?
I don't drive, so what does it matter?
Yeah, he doesn't have.
Well, yeah,
a car.
but you might one day in the future, right? Once PODAWFUL blows up and you buy that Lambo.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't care.
No, if I'm drive a Lambo, we get a
if I'm
slave.
rich, I'm going to pay someone to drive me around.
Get a slave.
So, yeah, I hate driving.
Yeah, fuck them.
The only thing I like about New York City is that I don't have to drive to get places. I fucking hate driving.
And I love driving, so it was a weird feeling of just being a passenger.
Yeah, I'm a pretty good driver, though, right?
It wasn't life-changing. It was. I wasn't afraid. So
all right. Well, here's the crazy thing. So I think we can all agree, right, David? I did not have a cell phone out, and instead the officers saw you holding two cell phones.
Yeah, I had two cell phones in my hand,
right?
And because I'm.
And even if I did have a cell phone out, I think we can all agree that the law in New York states that you are allowed to use a cell phone if you're in a dead standstill traffic.
Oh, it does?
It actually does. If at stoplights, stop signs, dead standstill traffic, and in cases of emergency, cell phone use perfectly fine.
Oh yeah, go to court then.
Yeah, go to court then.
Now here's the amazing.
Show up.
Here's the most amazing part, though. So I rip up this fucking thing, right? I ripped up the ticket, and unfortunately, I ripped it right along where the guy wrote my ID number on the ticket. Mm-hmm. But I take a look at it. Mary and I are talking about it.
He wrote the wrong ID number?
He did not write the number correctly.
Oh,
so it's invalid.
So it's invalid anyway.
But I fucking ripped the thing.
It doesn't matter.
It's right along the wrong. The rip is right along the wrong number.
Because the court has the actual. You can ask for another printout of the.
Oh, they've got the real copy.
Yeah, they have the real copy.
That's true.
So
I think the whole thing is invalid. So I guess I will fight it.
Yeah, just go and fight it.
I wanted to just ignore it.
No, just go and
well,
fight
if they wrote down
your
ID number incorrectly, they have no way to track you, even if it was a perfectly up-to-date ID.
Oh shit, Chewy's right.
Like, you're probably not the only Jesse PS on the planet.
Well, I'm probably the only what PS stands for on the planet. But yeah, the address isn't right. The ID number isn't right.
The address isn't right either?
Well, no, because I don't live there. I haven't lived there in 7 years.
No, but I'm just saying still.
Yeah, my driver's is up to date. Like, I'm still good until 2019, I think, on it.
Okay.
For the license.
Yeah, just go and fight it.
You think so? I don't know. I like what Chewy's thinking. They won't even find me anyway. I like the way Chewy thinks. That's why I left him up here. Because I knew he'd have something good to share.
That's very true also, but I just think, to be free and clear.
Yeah, you're right. All right, I'll fight it. I'll go to court and
or just go and ask for another printout of it, and then
guys,
make sure it's.
We're doing PODAWFUL goes to court. I have a plan, by the way, for next year for PODAWFUL. I'm so excited to announce it. It's not ready yet, but
don't announce it.
Next year. PODAWFUL is going to be something real cool. Guys, we're blowing up right now. Our pizza fund is exploding. If you've enjoyed tonight's tale, and I still have that video to show you, if you've enjoyed tonight's tale, make sure you join that pizza fund. How cool would it be if we had a person for every day joining the pizza fund? We're one person away. If you haven't joined the pizza fund yet, join it right now. PODAWFUL.com/support. It's our Patreon account. It's the only thing that keeps us in business. Make it happen and get yourself some awesome bonus content. And speaking of bonus content, and speaking of this thing coming up for next year, I'm just going to say it now, $20 level members of the Pizza Fund will soon be getting, next year, will be getting a new thing. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Well, we're starting a new campaign on PodAWFUL next year. I came up with this idea, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But join the Pizza Fund. We don't run ads anymore-ish. I don't want to run them anymore on YouTube. So why don't we get rid of all the ads forever? We have a goal on Patreon for that. If we can hit that goal, we can get David paid. We can get rid of the ads. We can stay fully fan-supported. We've had a bunch of new subscribers on YouTube. We've got a bunch of people following me on Twitter now. I'm probably making them all mad right now by revealing this is all fake. And the fact
wonder
that
how many Twitter followers you lost now.
I don't think any yet. That's the amazing thing. That's what we got to check in with here is, so I posted myself my own debunking to Vote and Reddit. What do you think the results of me saying, under an account called PodAWFUL TV, of me saying my own video was debunked, what do you think the results of that are? Well, again, on Reddit, our original post had 413 upvotes. I post the debunked post on there. It immediately gets 0 upvotes, still has 0, no comments for hours. They don't give a shit about stuff being debunked. And that was the point. That's my point, guys. Look, I don't think the conspiracy guys are dumb. I don't think David's dumb. He's a conspiracy guy. I don't think Patrick, our other conspiracy theorist listener, is a dumb guy. I think it's a combination of confirmation bias and not looking at the wrong set of facts. It's mostly just the confirmation bias thing. These guys don't like hearing anything that doesn't line up with what their idea already is. And that's a very SJW sort of mindset to have. True. So you got to beware of that sort of stuff. When the guy who posted the video originally and the guy who made the video originally posts his own debunking, maybe upvote that shit. Now on... Oh, I do have 2 comments now on it. Let's see what they say.
Yeah, now.
Oh, wow. This is amazing. This is real. Someone says, pretty sure that's not the door they showed as the entrance to the children's hospital. So they're talking about one of the photos they took in the debunking article.
Oh, because...
They're trying to make it so that our video was still real.
I mean...
How insane is that?
It's weird.
Chewy, I'm going to let you go. Thank you.
Don't be
All right. Talk to you later.
You know what? I mean, which picture? Probably the one where...
I don't even want to look. But the whole point is they're now defending us. They're defending us. I don't even want the... I'm the guy who posted it. Then someone says, there are dots on the edge where the handrail is fixed. They seem to match on the right. So somebody else is trying to correct them. But they're still fighting for it. The debunked... So on Vote, the original post got hundreds of upvotes. I can't look back now and see. The current debunked one has 20 upvotes. It blew up so fast when it was real, and it's blowing up so slowly when it's fake. The funny thing is, a guy posted a guy posted a link saying the videographers are doing a follow-up tonight and posted a link for our live stream. So shout-outs to you if you're still watching, and also, oops, sorry. But he also tried to defend us. And again, I don't think you're stupid for doing this. That's my point here, guys. You just have to pay more attention. Don't let the first thing that comes across your plate go. Don't make that your whole holy grail of evidence. You know, our video was the closest thing they had to real evidence for this.
Which is weird.
And so they accepted it.
Which is weird because I'm like, you know, other people. I think we had competition out there though. Jesse, when we was out there, but I think everyone else was in the front just being dickheads with the rest of them.
But we had the most obvious and realistic evidence, even though it was totally obviously fake. What I'm saying is everything else before this was speculation based on images from the internet. We went there. And so it was the closest thing they had out of anybody. We had the closest thing. And so they ate it up.
And I think about the time that you put it out in also. Because you remember we was talking to the other guy, and it seemed like he was trying to do the same thing. He's like, I'm doing my own project. And it was like, okay. And then when we said a different name of what we were doing, then he was like, oh, yeah. He started talking. Remember, he just started chatting you up now. And he was probably trying to do the same thing, but just didn't have a good angle.
Yeah.
You know, and then when we started interviewing people and having fun.
Well, let's not reveal anything.
Sorry. It's too much.
You guys, you got to watch the video. I'm putting
sorry,
out a
guys.
video
I'm
tomorrow.
sorry.
Again,
I'm sorry,
I know
guys.
it sucks. So this same guy, he says, no, this wasn't completely debunked. You skipped completely over this. And then he shows an image of the kids
That's
running
right. We
away
don't
with
know-
the man.
we don't know where
That
the
is the
kids at.
weirdest one. I'll
We
give
don't
him
know where
that.
the kids at.
We didn't save these kids.
We didn't save these kids.
Then someone says, it's an adult walking with children. What's to debunk? And he says, all right, buddy, whatever helps you sleep at night. How great is that?
Oh, God.
How fucking great is that?
Reading text, you never know what someone is saying. If it is complete sarcasm or if it was just complete foolery.
All right, I'm going to give you guys your first taste. Let's get your first taste of the video. This is it. I'm just going to play a clip from the video. I'm sorry, it's all I've got. It's totally unedited, which is, by the way, what the conspiracy guys wanted from me.
They wanted all
Here you
this-
go, Wesearcher. Here's your
should've gave-
unedited version.
Should've gave
Imagine
them
if I
all of
sent him
You
this.
should have sent them the whole
Yeah,
thing.
he sent me a thing saying, well, you didn't tell me you were pranking me. No shit, bitch. It's not a prank if I tell you that.
Hold on. We're pranking you.
Yeah. Hey,
We said it.
we got ya. Hey, buddy, you just got pranked because I'm pranking you. All right. Anyway, here's some of the actual video we took. Bye. Right. What do you think? Nuts, right?
Nuts.
Do you know what happened?
I do, yeah.
What do you think? Do you think the guy was right, or do you think that the mainstream media is right?
Well, I mean, I always resent this mainstream media because,
Just turn around for me for the camera. Sorry.
it's kind of meaningless, the word mainstream media.
Are you Albert Einstein? You have an accent and everything. That is crazy. Can you stick your tongue out for me? Like this? Like, ah. Like this. Ah. He says, who are you working for? Like, ah. Come on, I'm with Infowars.com.
You're working with Infowars.
Infowars.com. He sounds like such a Nazi.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not Infowars.com. That was a joke. Thank you, Albert Einstein. That's the guy that invented the bomb that murdered Japan. The Manhattan Project. You're familiar. They hate these guys. These guys hate that we're here right now. So we've got real news people around us. They're from the news. You guys are gonna love this new thing, guys. Hashtag we're from the news. When this video comes out, you're gonna love this. But these guys hate that we're standing there because we're in the spot they want to be to film shit, and we refuse to give it up. And we were losing our minds because this girl came up to us and tried to showboat. She tried to big league us. She tried to big time us. I mean, it's so fucking funny. So this is me reacting to watching them get mad at us for being here. You're so bad.
I was crying, son.
Yeah, you were dying. They're seeing our rinky-dink little camera, Mike.
For
That
real.
is so funny. Uh-oh, nope. You got to go back, news. The girl in the red, get her. The girl in the red just came back over here like she was going to tell us to like, hey, can you be quiet? And then they were like, no, get back over here. And she had to do it. She had to do it like she was their slave. All right, that's all you get. That's a good enough taste. I think all of that footage made it into the cut. A little bit better edited, but I think that's all in there.
Oh, God.
Good guys, I'm telling you, you're going to fucking love this video. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/PODAWFUL, and make sure when we release this video, we got to get this one to go viral too. Because again, what's the lesson we're supposed to learn here today? The lesson is you can't believe just any fucking thing. Now, if the thing that goes viral is only the fake out version, if we can't get the funny version to go viral, then that proves to you that everyone on the internet is only interested in confirming their own biases.
Yeah.
So we have to get the truth out there. At no point did David and I set out to actually make people think this stuff. We hoped in our heart of hearts that they would never, ever buy any of the things we did. The only way we can do this is if you share the show we did tonight and share the video we have coming out tomorrow. And I'm hoping, my true hope here is that once people see the funny version of it, they might be able to laugh at themselves a little bit. And maybe, just maybe, if they can laugh at themselves a little bit over it, they won't believe the next 9/11 truther video that comes out, or the moon is a hoax video, or Fidel Castro shot JFK video, whatever it is. All of the different conspiracy theories. Guys, they're not, that's a newer one. They're not, I'm keeping up now. They're not real. I found myself in your shoes. I found myself doing the confirmation bias while we were there. I'm not lying about that. It's a real phenomenon, and I experienced it, and I'm still experiencing it. I'm still wondering what those kids were up to in the back of Comet Pizza that ran out with that adult man. No part of me will ever stop wondering that, but I know that it just doesn't add up, and it just doesn't make sense. Also, Satan's not real, and the one thing I never brought up during this whole thing is how this connects back to satanic practices. If you believe in that shit, you believe in God, and that's, sorry, I can't help you there. There's no God, and that's a whole separate issue, and that's why I never even brought that part up, because I thought the Pizzagate part was funnier. My special thanks to Chef Mike Nyland, who was there in spirit with us, the president of Pizza, who was in spirit with us in D.C. We had a lot of fun doing the D.C. thing. Again, guys, we want to do more of this kind of stuff. The Pizza Fund is the way we can do that. We did actually spend money. You want to talk about Wesearchr fucking spending money to investigate my claims.
Well,
Fuck you.
Somebody probably lived there and just went around the corner.
Yes, exactly. It's a guy who lives there for sure. Because I checked the guy who made the article. It's his only article on there. So shocking. It's the guy who happened to live in D.C. probably. You want to know who really spent money on this trip? Is David and I. In fact, David, I still owe you money. Please send me your fucking Venmo account finally. So make this stuff happen. If you enjoyed this project that I've been working on essentially for 3 weeks, 3 episodes we've been talking about Pizzagate.
Yes,
if you enjoyed this project, I make a plea to you, join that Pizza Fund. Help us out. We'll do more stuff like this. Next year, PodAWFUL is going to be so insane. Oh, man, I almost want to give it away. I almost want to give away just the name I came up with for it.
No, don't do it.
We're doing something big next year, guys, and I plan to continue doing stuff like this. We are growing. It's finally happening. And how many times have I told you in the past, once we get bigger, we can pull off way crazier shit. It's already happening. I'm willing to incur the damages for it. So think about what I'm willing to try to pull off once we can really afford to do those things. Now, that said, let's talk about the future. Next week might just be Family Day. Our holiday season is upon us. Trump's shadow, may it fall upon you and bless your family and your kids. But unfortunately, Family Man is coming. If you don't know about Family Man, look up PodAWFUL, look up Family Day, Family Man. Find out for yourself. It's a terrifying time of year. It's the most horrific time of the year. And Family Man is coming to murder your kids. Next week on the show.
Not again.
Next week on the show, we will celebrate Family Day. We'll have a whole Family Day extravaganza, a wintertime special. Just like the old Christmas specials you saw, you used to watch on TV with Bing Crosby or who the fuck ever, Dean Martin or something. It's going to be just like that, except PodAWFUL style. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to try to have some guests in here. And live on the show, I'm going to do an ancestry DNA check.
Did you get me one?
No, I didn't get you one. Nobody donated for you.
Motherfucker.
That's what I'm talking about, though. Increase that pizza fund, guys. So
you guys don't love me,
we
man.
will find out in the coming weeks. By next year, we will know if I'm white as the driven Christmas snow, or if I finally can shake the shackles of white privilege. Next week, we're going to do bets. We're going to bet on this. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to want to tune into the live show.
So y'all out there don't think I'm just black. That's it.
We just don't care.
No one cares about it.
Doesn't matter.
Damn it.
Yeah, it doesn't. You get to be black. You get to be Spanish.
I get to be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All I get is to be called a racist. And if it turns out I have even 1% of mudblood in me, I'm going to lord that over everyone forever. You're never going to be able to call me racist again. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You're so pure.
We're gonna take bets on it. I'm gonna try to have a bunch of guests in here. We're gonna bet on it, and again, it's gonna be a big Family Day special. Family Day, it might turn out, does tie into Pizzagate. I thought we were done talking about it, but the rabbit hole goes deeper! The rabbit hole never stops getting deeper. That rabbit hole never stops. So tune in live next week. Of course, we will be live on Wednesday for Cringe versus Cringe.
I hate this shit.
And Friday for Friday Night Hangout Explosion. I'll see you then, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, PODAWFUL.tv. Share the show. Make us gigantic. Make us huge. And David, I hope you don't have any plugs.
Hey, I got a plug.
All right. And until next time,
Yeah.
Oh, and we're doing I'm going to do a pod after show. I don't know about David,
Yeah,
but I'm doing a pod
we're
after
gonna have
show.
to eat.
Yeah, we're going to eat live on show. So stick around if you're watching live. Join that pizza fun to see the pod after show. And until next time, have an awful day.
Head over to podawful.com/iTunes and subscribe to us on iTunes. We're live every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern at podawful.tv. Love the show? Keep it going by donating to